All right. Thank you, Sheila.
Yep. And here you go, Lizzie. It's
And,
coming over.
okay. Share my screen. This is going to take just a few minutes. Okay. Can you see it?
Yep. Perfect.
Just from one side to the other. Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you so much for having me. Sheila, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just got a message that it was muted.
Oh,
Sorry about that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here, and thanks for joining us this early Monday morning. Today, we're going to have a little fun with this webinar. Previous webinars may have been a little intense, a little very scientific, but we're going to have fun today. Just think of it as we're going on a virtual shopping tour, and I am your guide. So as you know, I'm the creator of Angelman Today, and some of these products have been at Angelman Today previously, and some may be in the near future. We're going to do some fun free giveaways and promotions, so keep a lookout for them in Angelman Today. We're also going to be making this PDF available to download on the Angelman website, and probably in the link just below the YouTube video. I have created the links to work, so they will be live working links, and that'll help you when you want to go shopping for that product that you saw on this webinar today. All right, so let's get started. First, we have some sensory products. There's tactile spiky toy balls, weighted blankets, weighted vests, compression shirts, ball pits. I have a picture of the pea in the pod. We have chewy tubes, kid companion jewelry. These products are really good for sensory seekers as also individuals that are sensory sensitive. Sensory blankets, they come in full size. They can sleep with at night, and also small, like lap size. And they really help with sleep, reducing anxiety and stress. The lap size can be used during therapy, and it helps to calm and also helps with focus. And they're great for any age. And if you're good with a sewing machine, you can do it yourself. So there's so many online stores. To me, it seems like there's a new one popping up every day. But what I've done is created links for the 16 best online stores for sensory and adaptive toys. So we have things like Ability Station, Amazon.com. You'd really be surprised to check out what they have on Amazon.com. They have a lot of stuff and for great prices. So whatever you find online, just run it by Amazon.com because you might be able to find it for a cheaper price too. So some of the top sites that I like are especialneeds.com and Adaptive Mall because they're a lot more than just toys. They really have a lot of stuff that can help you out too. So check those out. Those are my special sites that I really like. Next is travel safety and identification. I have listed Easy On Vest. Now, this product is really great if you are like me and have a little Houdini that gets out of everything. I mean, booster seats didn't work, car seats didn't work, specially ordered car seats didn't work. He got out of everything. And, you know, when you're driving, it's a very dangerous thing. So we finally got the Easy On vest, and let me tell you, it works. He's safe. He's actually even calm because it fits very snug. But I can drive now, and he's really safe, and I know he's secure. So check that out for your little Houdini. That's a really great product. The MediPals, now that's on the right. The seat belt that has the Red Cross on it, that's a mom-created product. And it's really great because you can, on the inside, you can insert the specific medical information of each individual. So, and it's good for all ages. You know, God forbid any of us are ever in a car accident and unable to communicate either the special needs for ourselves or a loved one. This will help first responders get the information that they really need and can better help the situation. So another product is Allermates. Those colorful bands that you see there, I don't know if you could see it very well, but they have eggs, they have peanuts, they have dairy. These are all representative of some of the food allergies that kids have. And they're really great because, like my son, we just, my older son, we sent him to a summer camp for a few days, and he has a lot of food allergies. So even though he's aware of his own food allergies and the camp attendants are also aware of his food allergies, we just want to make sure that that's a constant reminder because that is serious, you know, business when you're talking about anaphylaxis and things like that. So they cover food allergies, they cover environmental allergies, and the one that we got him was a band with charms. So you can customize it depending on the need. So if they don't wear bracelets, you know, you can have the one that'll snap on, maybe put it on a backpack or something. But it's a really great reminder. So, and the tennis shoe that you see down in the right-hand corner, it's made by If I Need Help. Now, that's a QR code. So if we have little wanderers, you know, it's a very dangerous situation. And if they are found by somebody, they can easily identify that, use their smartphone, and scan the QR code and find the contact information of this person and find detailed information about this person, especially if they're unable to speak. This is a really helpful, safe device. All right, so moving on, we have vans and wheelchairs. Two of the companies that I found are Mobility Works and Bronability. These companies manufacture these wheelchair accessible vans. Now, if you go to their websites, now remember these links do work. So if you go to their website, they have available where you can put in your address or put in your zip code and find the closest place to you that sells these types of vans if you're interested. So next we have the conveyed wheelchairs. Now, conveyed wheelchairs were voted the most recommended wheelchairs by AS parents, and here are just 3 styles that I selected from the site, but they do have more that are available. And there's also a custom beach wheelchair. So that link does work. You can go to the site and check it out. But this one right here is called the Sand Rider Custom Beach Wheelchair, and it was engineered to be light, durable, and easy to push in deep sand or snow. So here is another link from Spin Life. And Spin Life is a site that provides mobility scooters, chair lifts, wheelchairs, chair ramps, wheelchair ramps, walking aids, more beach chairs, cushions, and accessory for wheelchairs. So you can check that site also. And they offer free shipping over $50. So I just wanted you guys to know about that savings. So next we have safety products, and these are some pretty high-tech, amazing products that I found. I really love them. The Angel Sense solution is active protection for our children. It has GPS and voice monitoring. So, you know, when I see the headlines of nonverbal children missing, it really breaks my heart. And I say a prayer for them and for their families. But this product seems like a great solution. Locating wandering children is listed on their site as an ability for this product. So you also might use this product if, you know, you've gotten a new bus driver and the bus driver's gotten lost because he's not yet familiar with the route, or maybe worse yet, he forgot to pick up your kid at school. So you, in a second, you'll be able to log into the system or just use the app from your phone, your smartphone, and find out exactly where your kid is. So this is a really great product that I found, and I really like and wouldn't mind having one. Okay, next is the Angel Care Monitor. And that's at the bottom of the screen there. You see it with the iPad and the smartphone. Now, this product, it has the capability to record video of movement and sound. And you can view it from your smartphone, from your iPad, and anywhere you are in the world. You can have constant view of your little one sleeping. So it also comes with a sensory pad that will sound an alarm if there's no movement after a period of time. The camera is also infrared, so great viewing for day and night. There's a two-way talkback feature. There is the ability to take either photo and video, which can really be helpful because, you know, in my experience, sometimes when your child does have a seizure, and by the time you call the neurologist to get an appointment and set you up on an EEG to figure out what type of seizure you're having and all that information, by the time you get to your EEG appointment, the activity is already gone. So there's no real help there because they don't really know exactly what's going on. And now, depending on the type of neurologist that you have, if they're open to this, sometimes it can be helpful if they'll allow you to send them a video of what your child looks like when they are having a seizure. Sometimes they can help you with that. So this is a great product to help with that because you can capture it live rather than, you know, it can be really hard to do with a smartphone and doing it in the middle of the night in a dark room. So this is a really good option for that. This product will also play lullabies, and you have an online account. So that's the Angel Care Monitor. Now, the next device is the Embrace Watch. See a little girl with a pink fan watch around her leg? Now, this is designed to save lives. They're partnering with the Epilepsy Foundation to distribute to families in need. Now, this watch will alert to an app via smartphone when an unusual, they call it an unusual event happens, like a convulsive seizure. There's also a companion bracelet that can be worn that'll vibrate to alert the other person. Now, this watch will also track activity, stress, seizures, and sleep. So that's the Embrace Watch. Next product is the SAMI. This is a sleep activity monitor. Now, it also has an easy-to-use app for iOS devices, and it's for caretakers who need to watch carefully for unusual movements at night. The app allows you to record and will analyze. The app will analyze unusual activity. When any unusual activity is detected, it'll sound an alarm and record live audio and video, which will allow the caretakers to take necessary action. So that too is an amazing product. All right, we have more safe products for you. Um, I recently discovered a website called Vested. Now, Vested Online is an online resource that helps special needs families organize, find, and connect everything and everyone that matters for your child's care and future all in one place. So who doesn't need to get a little bit more organized? I know I do. It can be really hard when you're dealing with papers and documents and uh, scripts from the physician and all kinds of medical information and many physicians to keep track of. So I've checked it out, and from what I can tell, this looks like a really helpful site to help keep our lives organized. Now, there's also a temporary tattoo. So this is a very inexpensive option, and it won't get lost like bracelets, or maybe your loved one doesn't like to wear bracelets. So this is an alternative option for you. Two other bracelets that I have listed are the Hope Page MedID, and you can have information inscribed onto these ID bracelets. There's also the Universal Med Data, which is actually a USB. So when you take it apart, that USB can be put into a computer, and you can save medical information there as well. Next product is from If I Need Help, and they were formerly known as QR Code ID. But here's just one sample of the t-shirt that they have. They have different t-shirt options. On the corner, the shoulder of the shirt, you'll see that it has a QR code. And again, this is just an ingenious idea. If they're out and about, wandering around, anyone with a smartphone, and nowadays everybody has smartphones, they can use their QR code and get information immediately about that person and about the contact information. So this is great. And again, for any age, whether it's little guys, senior citizens, it's a really great product. And Endeavor My ID, that's the same idea. So you can order stickers and things like that from Endeavor My ID. All right, let's go to the next screen. Home products. Now, first I have on the list the half door. Some people call it country kitchen door, some people call it Dutch door, whatever, half door. This is a great thing to have in your home, as long as the room is set up safe. So we've set up Nathan's room to be safe. Dressers he can pull on himself, toys all at room level, low levels, no high shelves. Can't pull anything down onto himself. So his room is safe, and we've created the half door. Now, why do we need a half door? This is really helpful. Sometimes we need to cook and not worry that they're going to come up behind us and put their hands on the hot burners. Even if we're doing laundry, taking a shower, even just to finish a conversation either on the phone or with your spouse, it can be a wonderful, wonderful tool. And you know that they're safe, you know that they're having fun because they're in their own room with their own toys, having a great time, and it's just for a minute, just so that you can get all this stuff done without coming back to either a disaster or worse yet, something bad happening. So this is a great thing to have. Many people do have it, and it's also a DIY project. You can do it yourself. There's lots of tips, articles online, and we just did one for our house. So you will see soon in Angelman Today the article about how we did it. So next product is Safety First. Safety First is a manufacturer that creates lots of home safety products. A lot of people call them baby proofing, but it's not just for babies in our case. They're used for securing appliances, rooms, drawers, furniture, electrical outlets, and so much more. You'll see the safety plate down below. That's an example of some of the safety products, securing electrical outlets. Lots of great stuff. That link does work. You can check out their site and see all the safety stuff that they have. We have a problem with Nathan always getting into the refrigerator, and I love to support his independence, and I do let him, but not all the time. And he would be in there all the time if I didn't have that safety latch on there. So here's an example of what it looks like, and you can, depending on how your refrigerator is, you can use it from the side, you can do it from the top. They have lots of products to fit whatever kind of furniture and stuff you have in your house. So check that out when you get a minute. Maybe you don't want to do it yourself. There are companies out there, a lot of them refer to themselves as baby-proofing companies, but look them up. You can find them in your area. They'll come out to your house and evaluate potential risk and help you install it. So that's an option if you don't want to do it yourself. So another thing that I've added is safety cleaning products. Now, I don't recommend storing your cleaning products below your kitchen sink. I know a lot of people do that, but I've made a conscious effort to not do that, just in case, he gets in there. He's a smart little guy, and he figures everything out. So what I do is I store them in my laundry room in an overhead cabinet. But either way, products, home cleaning products, really need to be safe. We should be using safe products, safe for the environment, safe for our kids because they are very sensitive, and it matters what fumes they breathe and what the bathtub was washed in because they're soaking in it and their skin absorbs it. It matters what the soap is that their clothes were washed in because that shirt that they're wearing might just end up in their mouth and they might be sucking on it. So it all matters. And I've just listed here, these are Honest Company products, and they make a lot of safe cleaning products for the home. So this is just one option. There's a lot of other options out there. So just check those out and do some homework, figure out what's safe, and that'll just help you take care of your families. So next, I have bath products. And you'll see there's two chairs. There's the Rifton shower chair and the Aqua Lift bath, which really helps secure them to the seat, for safe cleaning. There's also the walk-in bathtub. Now this one's made by American Standard, and I'm seeing a lot of these more and more. I've heard of several families getting them, and they love it. I don't have one, but I've heard great things about this walk-in tub. So one of the benefits is that there's no more climbing over a slippery tub. That's when probably most of the accidents happen, is from climbing over that slippery tub. They get in, it's easy. From what I hear, it fills up quickly and it also drains quickly. So this is another great option, is that walk-in bathtub. I don't know if it's covered by insurance, but you can always find out from your local DME. So another option is Epsom salt, and this is a must-have for every bathroom. Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate, which is an essential mineral, and I must have it in my house in every bathroom. We did an article about the benefits of magnesium in Angelman today, so check that out if you're interested in more information. But magnesium is known as the relaxing mineral because it calms the brain, It calms the body. It calms twitching. It helps detox. It helps with muscle spasms, um, tics, things like that. It really does help calm that stuff. Um, it's really all around great stuff for many problems. Magnesium is also best absorbed through the skin. So a lot of times you might think if you're taking the supplement and you're not noticing a difference, try taking an Epsom salt bath. Let it absorb through your skin. It's most effective doing it that way. My son needs it every night. If I miss a night, everyone knows about it. He's got everybody up. So we're going on 4 years now where he sleeps throughout the night, all night, every night. And it is because of Epsom salt. You know, and his body is just that he needs it every night. So he gets it, his body uses it, and the next day he's ready to get his next input of Epsom salt. It's really, really that essential for him and his body. And I won't allow him to suffer another sleepless night because of my inconsistencies. So he gets it every night. Even if he's sleeping at Grandma's house, Grandma knows he's got to have his Epsom salt bath so that he can sleep all night. So another option is grab bars and non-slip mats. And you can see one grab bar in the picture of the walk-in bathtub. That's a sample of it. Now, essential oils. Some people use essential oils. They could be added to the bath. They're non-toxic as long as you're getting good quality stuff. My friend and fellow angel mom, Sherry Casper, has written articles about the benefits of using essential oils, and she'll also be at the ASF conference coming up telling everybody about them and how they can use them for whatever their needs are. So be sure and check her out if you're going to be out there. And it also included more Honest products. I use these Honest products for my kids, for both my kids. They're safe, they're environmentally friendly. It's really, really important to make sure anything that's touching our kids' skin is safe, non-toxic, especially if they have skin problems like eczema or rashes. They'll need a gentle cleanser and also gentle rash creams. So Honest Company makes both bath products and home products, and this is what I use for my kids. But like I said before, there's many, many products out there that are non-toxic and safe. You'll just have to try them out and see what works best for your kids. You might get reactions in different products based on your kids and their needs. So try out different products and see what works for you. All right, next slide. Okay, we've got safe beds. Now, first we have the Kaiser-Benton bed, and there are different sizes that are available, and they also offer crawl-out protection on the top. So you see this model that is in the picture looks open, but they do offer crawl-out protection for our little ones that like to climb on everything and could eventually get out. They do offer that option as well as different sizes for that bed. The Sleep Safe bed is also another great option, and it has many different sizes and heights as well. So the Courtney bed is a hardwood frame, and it has solid fabric panels and mesh netting. So that's another option. Now the Safety Sleeper Abrams bed and the Ready Set Bloom, these are travel tents. I mean, they can also be used as travel tents, but you can also set them up in, you know, a bedroom for everyday use. They can fit on a box spring and go in your child's room. They're very versatile, and you can take them with you for traveling. So the Safety Sleeper bed and Ready Set Bloom, those are also travel tents. Now, I understand people have different opinions about safe beds, and that's perfectly okay because we all have to find and do what helps our families. But when your child wanders at night and you hear rustling around in the kitchen and you turn on the light to see your little one on the floor with a knife, you get a safe bed. And that's what we did. So here are some options for you. Check them out. See what ones you like, what ones would really help your family. And I hope this helps you if that's what you need and that's what you're looking for. I've also added this product called Protect-A-Bed, and it's a cover for the mattress. It's a waterproof cover for the mattress. Now, most of these beds, they already come wrapped in a waterproof protected material, which is great. But if you have a Picasso artist in your house, getting it out with just soap and water is not that easy. I think it's easier to have a waterproof sheet like this to throw in the wash, and that'll help get that out, and also the smell. The smell is the hardest thing to get out. So that's why I added the Protect-A-Bed sheet cover in that as well. Okay, so we have clothing and shoes. I've added the Little Keeper Sleeper, which is a great product. Another thing that I have. This is amazing. It's a great company. They're great people. It's a parent-created product. The parents that created this product are also aware of Angelman syndrome, of individuals with Angelman syndrome. So when you call and you let them know, they know what we're talking about. They know what we need. So this is a whole suit. It's pajamas. The zipper's on the back, and they have a fastener that will help lock the zipper in place. And it keeps our loved ones out in their clothes and out of their diapers, which is really important. So we also have the So Secure Swim Brief. Now this is a reusable swim diaper, and all sizes are available for this product. So I know a lot of people, now it's summertime, a lot of people are looking for that product. So there is the link to the website. Check it out and order one for yourself. We also have hatchbacks, those cute pink little shoes on the right. Now these are children's orthopedic shoes, and that have custom inserts for AFOs and DAFOs. They have a hinge, so it'll make it easier for putting the shoes on. The Able Gator shoes are also orthopedic shoes, and they can also be modified to accommodate a child's feet problems like pronation or supination. So that's at Able Gators. You can check those shoes out. Now, Spio Products. This is a company that I recently found out about because I've been looking at some similar products for my son. There are several different products, but I just picked these three. There is, the Spio products are Lycra compression bracing for children with neuromotor deficits. So essentially they provide an improved base support for gains in balance, stability, and movement control with improved posture and muscle functionality. And it also works very well for those with varying degrees of sensory processing disorder. The hand-wrist orthosis, or the glove in the middle, was originally developed for motor purposes, for stability and improved grasping. But they learned that the kids that stem or do self-injurious things like hand biting or slapping improved when they wore the glove. So for scoliosis, there's also a case study, and the company was so great. They sent me some information about this. There was a case study that was published regarding the use of Lycra orthosis for those with scoliosis. and it's a viable, and it was said to be a viable option for early onset cases. So if you want more information, message me. I can send it to you, or I think it's also available on their website for you to view. All right, so now we are at the adaptive bikes and trikes. Now these are fun and great companies too. It's the summertime, the kids are home, and they want to be out riding bikes, right? So here are some really great options for that. We have 3 different kinds of bikes just here, but there's tons and tons of companies that make adaptive bikes. There's the Riften Adaptive Trike. There's the Strider bike, and that bike, it doesn't have any pedals, and it's made to kind of let them gently sit on the seat and just kind of walk the bike a little. Just really helps with balance. It's a great company too, very generous. I don't know if you remember, but we got to do a giveaway of Strider bikes. They're very generous and donating a few bikes for Angelman Today to give away a few years ago. There's also Angelo's tandem bikes, so parents can ride with their loved one with Angelman syndrome and have a great day. There's also, I don't know if you found out about it, but Angelman Today also partnered with the Friendship Circle in helping to promote the Great Bike Giveaway. Now this is a really awesome event because I think there was like 144 bikes that were given away from 10 or 12 different manufacturers. So I know we recently did an article. There was several kids in our very own Angelman community that did win a bike. So this is a really great product. Watch for it in Angelman Today. We really like to help raise awareness about it. It's a great program, and all these companies donate bikes to give away to special needs children. So that link does work because there is a ticker counting down the days to the very next giveaway. All right, so we are at summertime tips. Now, the most important thing summertime is staying hydrated. Especially here in Florida, it's really hot, really humid. You're sweating a lot, so you have to stay hydrated. Really, anywhere you are, you always have to stay hydrated. And I know sometimes my little guy doesn't really like to drink, but I make him. So throughout the day, even if I have to get a syringe, I'm getting coconut water or regular water, and just getting that water in throughout the day is really, really important. But what I wanted to do is show you, not many people, it's kind of catching on through the US now, but more and more people are becoming aware of coconut water and how hydrating it is. The electrolytes, the magnesium, all of the good stuff that's in it. And I also included the nutritional facts for it so that you can see. When you want to compare that to something like a soda, look here. It says total carbohydrates, 11 grams. Sugars, 11 grams. But go down a little bit further because you have to understand how to read this. You have to look at the ingredients. What's in it? Well, coconut water. And that's it. That's it. Just coconut water. So then you know for sure the advertising on the front is true. It is 100% pure coconut water. A lot of times we can't trust what is on the advertisement of the front of the bottle because that's incorrect. So knowing the nutritional facts is very important. Now this product might be a little bit too high of sugar if you're doing LGIT. So just depending on your ratios, you want to closely monitor that. But it's really, coconut water is really great because you also get the electrolytes. It has a little bit of calcium, a little bit of magnesium, and that's really good for you. So another one of my products that I like and that I have is called Natural Calm. And this is magnesium. This is a supplement that you can put in a drink. I've also made it in Jello. And it's really great. There's no gluten, there's no dairy. It's just magnesium. And again, why is magnesium so important? Well, not only because of all the benefits that I listed earlier, but magnesium also helps with constipation. So whether you're ingesting it, whether you're soaking it in through your skin, getting that magnesium in will really help move those bowels. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to stay, you don't want to have them constipated and reabsorbing all those toxins. Not good stuff. So, and it also will calm behaviors. Yes, that's right. Calm behaviors. It's summertime, the kids are home all day. Maybe they're bouncing off the walls a little bit because they want to go outside or do something. But this is also a good option. You know, calm, staying calm, you know, and sugar. That's the other thing. When you give beverages like sodas, what do they have? Like the grams of sugar is anywhere from 30 to 45 grams of sugar. That's insane. You know, so we can't give sugar and then think, oh, well, I'm just going to give you calm or you should be calm. That just doesn't happen. When you give sugar like that, especially in that amount, they will be bouncing off the walls, and unfortunately, they have no control over it. So here are just some better options for you. All right, so I have shown you a lot of great products today, and some of them might be available to be funded through your insurance carriers. So I've written just a few bullet points to talk about funding the durable medical equipment. Because, hey, if you don't have to pay for it out of your pocket and your insurance can do it, that's a great thing. So let me show you how to do it because it's not an easy process. Sometimes it's very time consuming and can be quite confusing. So here are some bullet points to help you. First is learn what your insurance plan does and does not cover. And you can call, if there's a particular product that you like, don't be afraid to call them up and say, hey, I'm interested in this specific product. Will it be covered? You know, they may call it another name, so have the conversation and find out what is covered and what is not. You can also contact your local DME provider. And there are so many companies all over. I'm sure you have about 20 just in your local area. So contact your local DME provider and talk to several of them because they don't all carry the same products and they call them different names. So talking to your local DME provider and letting them know your needs, whether it's, you know, that you want a bath time product, whether it's the chairs that you saw or the bathtub that you saw, talk to them and they can help guide you or maybe even refer you. You'll also want to get a script from your physician. Product specifications may need to be listed. You'll also want to ask your physician to write a letter of medical necessity. Now, just Google it because there are some forms that you can print out just to give your physician an idea of what to write. Sometimes they are familiar with writing them, sometimes they may not be. So you can print there's several articles out there about helping physicians write a letter of medical necessity, but they should know how to do that. You can also ask your therapist, from physical therapist, speech therapist, occupational therapist. You can also ask them to write a letter of medical necessity. This is also very helpful. And parents and caretakers, you can also write a letter of medical necessity. Explain to them how this product will benefit your life. Why do you need it? What happens if you don't get it? If you have pictures, that might be helpful too. The key is be persistent. A lot of times the insurance company would like to get away with not getting it for you. This is not acceptable. We have to be persistent. And I know that's a hard thing to do because there's so many things going on in our lives. Work, the kids, doctor visits, therapy, all that stuff. But be persistent. Follow up. A lot of times when you talk to them, they might say, oh, well, you know, it's got to get approved through 20 different hands before final approval. So find out who to contact on that list of 20 people and bug them. Follow up. Let them know that you're watching. And if you are denied, dispute. Dispute, dispute. Don't give up. Even if they deny it, you know, figure it out. Is it different wording? A lot of times they will not approve something just based on the wording. So if you get denied, don't give up. If you really need the product, dispute it. I encourage you to fight for it because sometimes it really takes a long time to get things approved. One product that I got for Nathan took me 3 years. So don't give up. The next slide is about funding resources. So I didn't write the names of the websites. However, all these images are live links. So here are several organizations. I think they're all nonprofit organizations that help with funding products that you need, and also even, you know, Make-A-Wish does family vacations. I think Wish Upon a Star, Sunshine Foundation, they do family vacations, family wishes, things like that. So not only do they do that, but they also help you with getting funding for the product that you need, whether it is something as expensive as a safe bed, and let me tell you, those things are very expensive. You could be looking at up to $20,000 for some of these safe beds. So if you can't get it through insurance and you don't have the money in your pocket, try these resources. They just might be able to help you. All right, and my last resource, my last link. I know I'm getting to the end and we'll shortly start to take some questions, but I wanted to tell you about the Medical Academy of Pediatrics for Special Needs. Now, they help prepare medical professionals to deliver the best possible care to children with autism spectrum disorder and other chronic complex conditions. They provide rapidly increasing scientific evidence-based material under the guidance of Daniel Rosenfeld, MD, FA, FP. So it's like having an IEP for the health of your loved one with AS. This is what I equate it to. You know how in-depth the IEPs are, you know how long they take. It's a very in-depth process. Well, I think that to truly get effective health care for our loved ones with AS, we need that same type of method for health care. You might wonder, well, how does that apply? Well, many of the health problems that individuals with AS have are also categorized as chronic conditions that affect the rest of the population and can be treated. And it's the methods in which they're being treated that yield little to no results. And, you know, I'd say mostly because the cause is not being treated, and I'm not talking about the 15th chromosome, I'm talking about the chronic conditions that affect the rest of the population as well. Now, how many of you are tired of doctors blaming every health problem that our kids with AS have on Angelman syndrome? And how many feel that's just an excuse to end the standard 10-minute time limit that we now have to see our physicians? I'm not talking about the time spent with the nurse. I'm talking about total time limit that we spent with the actual physician. I clocked our physician one time at 7 minutes. Yes, 7. So no one, no matter how nice or how caring they are, they will never, ever truly effectively treat our kids and get to the real cause of the problems with that amount of time. It's just not possible. So that's why I have the need to tell you about MAPS educated doctors. So what are some of the chronic conditions that I'm speaking of? These are the conditions that also affect the rest of the population whose 15th chromosome is just fine. I'm talking about ear infections, constipation, pneumonia, mitochondrial dysfunction, acid reflux, sleep problems, and yes, seizures. I've never accepted doctors telling me these chronic conditions were because of his genes and there's nothing that could be done. And even though his genes remain the same, his health has improved greatly. I know it can be done because I've done it. So now I share with you the greatest medical resource that can help you and individuals with AS to get the individualized evaluation and treatments that are specific to their needs. So that's what MedMaps is. It's a very specific treatment plan. They can create a very specific treatment plan based on your child's needs. That's what I did for my son. His treatment plan is based on his specific medical needs. And let me tell you, it has been very effective. So that's it for us today. I hope you had a great time. There's many products. There's so many more. The more I searched, the more I found. I hope you found something that helps you out. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll open up the question panel.
All right. Thank you so much, Lizzie. We do have a couple questions, and some, I'm not sure if we can get to all of them, but we will definitely try to. So one of the questions is, and I'm not sure if you would know this or not, but does Medicaid cover any of these items?
The thing with Medicaid is that they have different rules depending on where you are in the country. So to find out, the best way would be to call Medicaid's office, or whoever's in charge of your child's case. Call them directly and run that particular product by them and see.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. One of them is kind of a follow-up to that about if a product is not covered by Medicaid, could I get reimbursed? So that would be another check with Medicaid and see if that'll get covered, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Another question is, has a tub transfer bench ever been considered? Have you looked into those at all?
A tub? What is it called? A tub transfer?
Yeah, tub transfer bench.
Bench. I think I did see them on some of the websites that I was looking at, and it seemed like a really great product. So they are out there, and I can't remember if Rifton made it or not. But when I was searching through the bath chairs, I did see it. So it looks like a great product. So see if you can get that approved through insurance or funded by one of these other companies that help with resources.
Okay. And then we have one final one, and then we have some other questions that we'll look into afterwards. This one is, which of the products related to clothing, shoes, or size-based products are available in adult sizes?
adult sizes. Able Gator. Check out Able Gator. I think I have their website here. Shoe sizes. Able Gator goes up to children's size 3. I don't see adult sizes.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right, perfect. Well, that right now is all that we have time for. I want to thank everybody for joining us today, and thank you, Lizzie, for putting all that together. It's definitely a lot of information, and we'll be getting all those links up on our website as well as the PDF of Lizzie's presentation. So thank you guys again for joining us, and have a great day.
Thanks, Sheila. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Lizzie.